An area of North London says it's about to become the country's first smartphone-free area. Well, I'm joined now by Nova Eden from the Smartphone Free Childhood Campaign, who's campaigned for the change in Barnet. Thank you for joining us this evening. 126 schools will be going smartphone free. You've led this movement in North London. Why is it so important?
Well, we now have an overwhelming amount of evidence and research to show that smartphones and social media are causing a huge amount of problems for young children. There are alarming and rising levels of anxiety, depression, self-harm and tragically suicides in young children, which have been correlated to smartphone use and social media use at a young age. So we really feel like getting this sort of parent power and working together collectively with schools and head teachers and educational leaders, we're really standing up to try and make change for our children.
OK, you say you've worked collectively with schools and authorities as well. How difficult was it to get them on board?
It wasn't difficult at all. I think schools have been dealing with the problems and fallouts of social media and smartphones for many years. So what we're doing is we're giving them a platform to sort of come together collectively with the parent communities. We've also had the support of our MP, Dan Tomlinson, in Chipping Barnet. And really, the head teachers are very much on board. We're all very concerned about what's happening with young children. I think this is a public health emergency, and the head teachers are delighted to sort of have the campaign now to help their parent communities, and we're having some great success.
But there are schools which use smartphones for homework and other things like that. I mean, there are advantages. To say it's all bad is also unfair.
We're not anti-tech, we're just pro-childhood. And, you know, we really want to get to that point where we're having sort of 7 to 8 hours a day where children are not having access to their smartphones and social media. In primary school level, a smartphone-free school means that no children will be taking a smartphone into school. Of course, it's quite a challenging conversation for the secondary schools because a lot of these children already have smartphones. But what we know is that Gen Z are currently growing up in this uncontrolled experiment. We know it's causing a mental health epidemic amongst children, and we really want meaningful change for this next generation who are coming up in the schools.
And does that next generation get it, do you think, or will they be resentful of this ban?
No, they absolutely do. I'm doing lots of workshops in schools with children, and it's amazing how aware they are. They have older siblings who are glued to their smartphones. You know, it's not by accident that these children are sort of on their smartphones for 7 hours a day. It's designed to be as addictive as possible. And I think that this next generation of children are much more aware. And now that we have the campaign and support of parents and schools, this collective action problem is, you know, really the way forward. But we do need the government to change their guidelines in this country, because that's what's happening globally, and we really need our government to step up now.
In a word, do you think this is going to spread to other places in London?
Absolutely.
Let's see what happens. Thank you very much for your time, Stephen. Nova Eden. Thank you.
Thank you.